Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another tag video. So this is the Shelfie book tag and it was created by 1,000 Lives of Daisy, and I will link her channel in the description below. So let's get started. The first question is, how many shelves assigned to books do you have? I have 6 bookshelves and there's 5 shelves per bookshelf, so 30. All of my shelves on my bookshelves have books on them. None of them do not have books on them. Number 2, how do you decorate them? I don't really have a lot of decorations on my shelf per se. It's more on the very top of my shelf. I have like a globe and I have a few pop figurines and I have a huge stack of bookmarks and a couple of trinkets. For example, I have this that says, "Be happy, for every minute you are angry, you lose 60 seconds of happiness." This has been in my family since I was a child, so I have this on my shelf. And just little things like that, not a whole lot. A master burglar comes and steals 5 of your most prized books off your shelf. What are they? Good question. I didn't pick out books for this. Let me go grab them. Okay, I have a few here that I'm not really sure what they're worth, but they might be worth something. And there's one that I'm not sure where it is on my shelves because I have too many shelves, and that's a problem, kind of. The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. I have a first edition signed copy of that, so that would probably be the first to go. I also have a book called The World's Greatest Short Stories, and it is very, very, very old. It was published in 1902. So I don't know if this one's worth anything or what, but you never know. Someone might see this and think, that's a really old book. That might be worth something. And the same goes for these other ones that I have. This one is called Books and Reading. This book was published in 1871 and I feel guilty touching it without gloved hands. And I have a few other books. This edition of Robin Hood. I'm not sure what the copyright date is on this, but it seems fairly old to me and I really, really love this edition. And I have 2 other books which make 6 books, but they're kind of the same general idea. Grimm's Fairy Tales and Treasure Island. They have the same kind of theme going on, but I can't find copyright dates in them. But I would assume they're pretty old. I mean, they seem to be anyways, but I don't see dates on them, so I don't know quite how old they are. Number 4 is, what is the biggest book on your shelf? This is probably the biggest book on my shelf. It's Under the Dome by Stephen King, and I think it's like 1,070 pages or something like that. So it's pretty large, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be the biggest one that I have. Number 5 is, what book has sat on your shelf the longest? Good Lord, there are so many, I don't even know which one to pick. I think I'm just going to pick a random one because I have a lot of those. You guys might not like me for this, but The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy trilogy, Bind Up by Douglas Adams. This is not the book that's been on my shelf the longest by far, but it's probably one of the many. I got this book like, I want to say 5 years ago. And I haven't read it yet, so I probably should. Number 6 is, what is the prettiest spine on your shelf? So as of right now, I would have to say The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black has the prettiest spine right now. There are a lot of pretty spines out there, so this is just a more recent purchase. Number 7 is, what is the most expensive book that I own? You guys have not had the pleasure of seeing this yet. This book was $50. It's probably the most that I've ever spent on a book ever, and it is massive, and it is Sandman Volume 1 by Neil Gaiman. I haven't read it yet, because with this book open, I would have to lay out on the floor and read it because it's so big and it's so heavy that you can't like hold it up for a very long time. But it's got like commentary and talks about the artwork and different panels and things like that, and I might hold up a little bit so you can see what it looks like with the notes on the sides and stuff if you haven't seen it before. I think it's worth the money, but again, I haven't read it, so I'm just basing it on what I see. I don't even know if all of that fits in frame, but yeah. This is probably the most expensive book I've ever bought. And I also have Volume 2, and I haven't read either of them. What's wrong with me? But if you don't want to say that a fictional book is the most expensive on my shelf, then I would go with my DSM, because this is not the most recent DSM, but I do have a bachelor's degree in psychology, and this book was, I don't even know how much it was, but I know it was more than $50. Number 8, where are your shelves? All of my shelves have their own little room except for one shelf. I have an office, so I have my desk and I have 5 bookshelves in here that kind of wrap around the room. And then I have one bookshelf that's like right outside my door here, and it is my favorite shelf, and it has all my favorite books on it. And if you're walking down the hallway to our house, it's at the very end of the hallway, so everybody can admire my favorite books as they're walking down the hallway. Number 9 is take your best shelfie, which I will include here. It's probably not going to be the best one, but it's what I could get because I'm really bad at taking shelfies. I just can't do it properly, and I have too many shelves and it just looks weird. So I just picked a shelf and stood in front of it, so I will insert it here. So I'm going to tag a few people, and let's see who I'm going to tag. I have to look. I'm going to tag Richard Reeds, and Whitney at Witty Novels, and Sarah Churchill. I don't even know if she's subscribed to me, but I'm going to tag her anyways. And I'm going to tag Sam of Novels and Nonsense. I don't know if she's done this tag. And I'm going to tag Lindsay Ray. So I will put all of their channels down in the description below if you're interested in checking them out. They're all awesome booktubers, so I would definitely check them out. But that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye! Bear, stop trying to eat my Lush products. They're not food. I know they smell like food, but they're not food. Stop it! And it doesn't help that I don't know where any of my most prized books are. Ah. I did not plan for this. I did not plan for this video. Like, at all. What's wrong with me? Why didn't I plan? It's right behind me, though. No, it's not that one. Dang it, why do you have to be at the bottom? Why do you have to be at the bottom? Ugh. I did not prep for this. Jeez. I have so many pretty spines, I don't know which one to choose.